Hey guys, what's up? I'm the Honest Rebellion and welcome to From the Depths. Now, it has just been updated and I will show more of that when this goes up on my when I next do my YouTube video. Let's just turn the sound down again. There we go. So this is basically me deciding to just play around building. Oh god. So it seems that everything has changed. Oh god. Well, this is going to be fun to get used to. So we've already managed to flip the boat, but it's okay. So we are going to be building a battleship. Apparently there's some more lead blocks and rubber. Okay. So rubber's been changed. Okay, so now there's so many lead blocks as well. This is actually great. Something about 2x2 missile. Oh, finally there's a 2x2 hatch as well. Okay. So we are going to be building a battleship. Which should actually be fun. And I look forward to be building this battleship. So, mainframe's gotten cheaper as well. There's also some new... Actually, hang on. There is also some new... SS. That would be... Oh, nope. So, new Steel Striders airships. Well, there's one new one and everything's been redesigned. There's a new one, the Mobila? 418,000. I just want a quick look at how this will look. Okay, this is in my colours. Jesus Christ. Steel Striders. Because apparently these have all been changed as well. I'm going to say is holy balls, this looks amazing. It has that particle... Oh, fucking fuck that. This thing has a particle tap. Oh, it's got simple lasers as well. Okay. Okay. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's start building a battleship. Just leave me there. So, battleship. Going to be large. So the deck's going to be made out of... Where are you? Reinforced decking, of course. Okay, so that would be currently 24. The behemoth is just not essentially what I am going to be looking at building. $72. No, because we have a bigger cruiser. So 100, let's have 150 meters long. $36, 44, 48, and then 150 meters. And this is all just going to be so this will go here like that. And the thing is, I don't want the front of this to be a triangle. Okay, I don't actually have to. Okay. Because, I want it flat and then to go down. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Okay, so I need a 4-meter beam here. And then we go 4-meter wedge back like that. This is going to look very, very interesting, but let it be known, what I like in game skills, I can sure make them bloody interesting. Okay, so then we go down like this. Ah, screw it. We're never really going to stick to the design process, honestly. And this goes out front, and then the nose is going to go down to a 2-meter wedge front like that, so it's not too pointy. And again, done what I'm known for, that's me forgetting mirror mode. Question is, will this even look good? The correct answer is no. How deep is it now, actually? It is 7. Yep, and then one down there. So I want this to have like a very sleek design. So to have a sleek design, this might look rather weird. Hopefully it will look more like a dart. Actually no, battleships aren't meant to look sleek, are they? Okay, so they're meant to look sleek. And essentially right, so they're not meant to look sleek. 4-meter wedge. Change that down to a 2-meter. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a sleek and hopefully fast battleship. But judging by my designs, should in theory be possible. Don't know what I'm going to arm it with, actually. Let's do it like this. So we have metal. Try and give it as much armour as possible. Now, I never said that this wasn't going to be a very, very heavy ship, because it is. Honestly, it has got, well, one of the main fears of mine is that it will be too heavy. And if it is too heavy, then it's going to sink. And then all of this will have to go back to the drawing board, but I do have a plan. Which is, this stream is going to be an extremely long one. So, essentially, we've got a very, I'd say a long time, but we've got a while That's got the arrowhead shape. I would like a square corner. How are we going to incorporate this? Actually, we don't have to really incorporate it. Actually, we kind of are, aren't we? Alright, right, so let's change that to act like that. Oh yeah, I don't actually have to end it. Well. And then I can just get my diagonal beams. Oh no, I need it to flatten out, because these will come much later. And by much later, I mean these will come right at the end. So essentially it's going to be a very big ship. We need to make it kind of... No, I don't actually know when this is going to stop, really. And it's going to start... So, essentially, if we have it stop about 2. Yep. So, if we wanted to start there, I'll have to get rid of that. So, how actual deep is it? It is 30, 9? Only 9? Oh god, no, that's not going to leave enough room. No. 10. So that goes down to 11. 11 shouldn't be that bad. So, that goes 11. If I should remember to put mirror mode on. So, that's generally an achievement above all other things. So, yeah, bring it back. Whoa. So, that is a depth of 11, actually. Yeah, I want to keep on going. Might have to make it longer, because nothing of mine ever stays to the design specifications. Let's say 1 more. So, go to there. finish it off, like so. So the front of our battleship is very... it's either it's spiky, which is going to be good for going through waves. Honestly, I wish that these were a lot better at kind of... so if it would just kind of come to a spike and not... well, it is a wedge. Oh, actually, I know what I could do, because this is with the update, which is good. I could have lead down here. So have lead wedges. Like so. Now this will sink instantly, which is unfortunate. I don't really want it to sink instantly, but there are some things that you can't help at the moment. This is going to be layered with, well, this is just pure armour at the moment. So, my question is, how deep do I want it to go, carrying on like this? I think if we stop it here, and then we bring all these diagonal cut slopes. Let's get F3 out, because as you guys have said, or my YouTube community has graciously helped me by saying I can save time by using that, so thank you very much. So, okay, do I want this to start lower down? Yes, I do actually. So this is going to start a lot lower. It's going to start... yes, so it's going to start here. So this is going to carry on getting a lot lower. Now the deck armour isn't going to be amazing, but what battleships do have amazing deck armour. So plunging fire should dick me over a lot. Whoops. Oh, crap. And so, we're going to need a lot of space, which shouldn't be that difficult. So I'm actually going to have it start here. So we've got all this much space, really. Okay, it seems that the chat is in a very annoying place with From the Depths. So I shall move it and be right back in a second. If I click on this, oh yeah, you guys can see it. So how's it going? You're seeing all this. Not what I'm currently doing here, but I need to move the browser source, and I'm going to move it up there. So let's get back into it. There we are. So the chat can now be seen. I'm going to have to move it down again. Whoops. Silly old me, but there we are. So, live currently, you can see From the Depths, and you can also see the chat, so it seems that I have just done this perfectly. Oh, thank you to that bloody tanker and the Einen Hunde for following. Really means a lot. Ah. So, how deep am I actually having this going? Okay, so this is going here, that goes there, that's inside the ship. Okay. So, gradually, this is all getting lower and lower, which is exactly what I wanted. So, if we're going at this head-on, this should, if it's armor piercing, should hit and bounce off. And by bounce, I mean ricochet. Now, this is not going to have a steam boiler in it, as that was far too expensive, and it doesn't really, well, it doesn't even help out the Millennium. The Millennium just is currently in a state of limbo. It just sucks, really. Which is unfortunate, because I do... Well, that was my first proper battleship that can still brawl, not with godly class. Well, I didn't really even want it to be on godly class in the beginning. But now, as my Surge army is doing so well, it definitely is, because it's got that one that refuses to die. But against the newer versions of things, because I know that the Steel Striders have got a new plane. I did check it out on stream a minute ago, and holy shit is it scary. Right, so I'm actually going to have it go down to here. So all of this now is the space that we have got to work with. Which means for guns, for pretty much everything. Okay, so I need... Go to the key. Okay, if I just... Nope, okay. So then I'm going to need this for me to beam, which I will make out of lead, actually, to give us some balance. Gotta admit, developers, if you are watching this, then this does look really cool. I do like this update a lot. Oh, crap. Okay. Nope. Okay. Now I feel stupid. I grabbed the wrong block. Should have gone for the middle, or I should have actually read what the block was. But now we have the right one, so... let's go back. Yep. This ship is going to look funky, but I do enjoy funky looking ships. So let's do this. So, carrying on. Yep, and this is the last one. Alright, so then all the rest. Okay. Let's go down to this because I think everyone has kind of gathered what I'm going to do. Prepare for a really annoying clicking noise and... oh, great. Yep, that makes sense. And let's try that again, shall we? Really annoying clicking noise. Okay, so after having that really, truly annoying clicking noise, what are we going to do? More annoying clicking noises. Okay, let's try and get as far away from that as possible. Alright, so nice. So this is... so the battleship now costs 25,000 already with no weapons. Do I... Now, apart from adding more armor, which is a given, it's going to be there, and it's going to be there. So the turrets aren't actually going to be as deep as the ship itself. So all below here, which I'm about to fill up. Because so this is the space we are going to be working with. This top bit is going to be for guns, ammo processors, and stuff like that. Excuse me 1 second. So, sorry for that, we are now back up on Twitch. There we are. As you can see the chat, new followers, donations, pretty much everything you'll ever need. Okay, so here is just horrible. So let's just hide it away. Oops, sorry about that, guys. So, I do need that. Okay, so this is all the room that we have. So, what I am planning on doing... Yeah, no, funky. So the engine will be down below decks in all this horror. It's going to be a pretty big engine. Pretty big engine. Which is to be expected of a ship of this size. So it's going to burn through a lot of fuel. Then I'm going to need crankshafts, and I'm going to need a lot of them. Would also help if I put the engine the correct way round. Going to stop it there. Going to need cylinders. I don't know whether to make just one engine or two separate engines. Because if we take a torpedo, that should be pretty fun. So, essentially the plan... Actually, let's just make this a lot bigger. 4, 5 more. Yep, and then what they need are... Yep, they can go here. Now, do I want to have a battleship that has laser weapons? And then we have superchargers. So this thing's going to have the power. There we we go, and then what we do is we rotate, because there's just too much clicking. So it has superchargers. Can have a radiator there that helps the cooling, but ultimately this is going to have a buttload of it's just going to have a buttload of exhausts. Essentially, the only thing that is really going to trouble me about this is going to be particle cannons. Because particle cannons just honestly don't give a fuck. Can have all the armour in the world, and a particle cannon will just start tearing it a new one. Let's get a 3-1 here, and a hole pipe here with an exhaust. So this already looks pretty stupid, right? Don't worry, it's going to get a lot worse. I need fuel for it. Could use some. Hang on. So let's do it this way. So now it's got more efficiency, and also now we need another hole pipe. Actually, we need a single straight pipe. Just to give it crap. There we go. Going to need another hole pipe. That'll be under exhaust. Hole pipe. There. Still gonna need a 3-meter one. Let's just spin it around, and there. So now when we throttle, oh god. Okay, we're definitely going to need fuel storage. We're going to need a lot of it. Yep, and then just do it this way. How much fuel storage? 104,000. Okay. So this is obviously the engine. I'm going to need air pump, which will go in here. Then what I'm going to do is just seal the engine off. Like so, just leave this here, just because flipping out 46 superchargers, 46 turbochargers, 46 cylinders, radiator area one. I'm going to need a bigger this connects to the oh god. Maybe if I had an adapter up here. Nope, these can only go in a forward direction. That really sucks because I wanted just a massive radiator. But obviously I can just get a bunch of... Can I actually... Okay, so... Obviously got the air pump here. Put another radiator there. Air pump, you can sit there. So essentially trying to maximise the amount of cooling. So now fuel use increased, but the cooling should be more than sufficient. In here is going to be the AI. So have all this, but then I'm going to surround it by heavy armour and wood. And then we go 4 meters. Actually, I don't need 4 meter ones here. Just need one here, and then get rid of these. And do it this way. Yep. 2, 3. Okay, I could actually just question is, do I leave it surrounded by heavy armour? The answer would be mostly no, but I don't really know of any factions that use EMP that isn't me. Because, boy, I do love my EMPs. So, I'm going to need a mainframe over here. The reason why it's going over there is because I've just realised that I need to block up this. So, mainframe. What? Yep, there's new cards. Oh god. What are the cards? What have they done with them? Cards and slots. Behaviours and additional routine. What? Whoa, okay, so this has just got a lot more confusing. Maneuver. So this is just naval. Default naval. Place more cards. Okay, this is just confusing. Let's get rid of that. So now we actually just have one card for everything. So now I have my naval set up. I will do my aim point selection here. Target only mainframes and ammo storages. Yep. And then I'm going to need a wireless transmitter for the top of it. Something has changed about some detection equipment. Can't actually tell, but they have also changed something with missiles, which is why I'm probably going to be adding missiles to this thing. Oh, that's too high. And we have the mainframe is here. That is all good. The centre of mass is quite high at the moment. Down here is going to be extremely heavily armoured. Because here's the ammo. Let's do that. So this has got 2 layers of metal, 1 layer of heavy armour. Which... So there's going to be a massive ammo storage. Up. So let's change that. Now, how tall is that? That's about, yeah, that's 4. So in here, let's add a little bit more. Let's go 3 more. And let's just add 1 more for added security, because if this thing goes up, the mainframe goes with it. So the this way we're going to add another air pump in here, just because there's space to. Have to add 1 in here so that it will float. Just press enter so that this drops down. Question is, how far down is it going to go? Oh. So I have a plan. Instead of having an air pump in the front, let's go and get a helium pump. Let's see what happens, because we've got helium in this one, which is lighter than air. It's because the front's got all this lead on it. Let's just change that. Because honestly, I don't want this thing to sink. Please tell me that they have wooden ones. Oh, thank God. So all of these are actually going to be now changed to wood, because I honestly haven't got a chance unless I make a little bit of a weakness in the design. Ah, haha, I know why it's not floating properly. This entire bottom bit is covered. So where the guns are going to be currently doesn't have anything to do that. So this one isn't going to work very well at the moment because it's just got this absolutely huge surface area. So now this top bit, because this top bit stops around here. So okay. Just put multiple of these. This is adding a lot of the weight. So what's the weight of these? 800. Okay. That's a lot. But we do need to add ammo. Actually, what we could do is come over here. End the ammo here. Get rid of all this to help it float. And not have this bit armoured per se, but add wood. So this front bit is going to kind of suck for armour at the moment. Until I can figure out what to do with it. How does that help it? That helps it a lot. I did want it to be floating a fair bit higher. But I do also need to have valid armour protection. So resources, I'm going to need ammunition storages, and I'm going to use the part boxes. That's a bunch. That's another bunch. That's a third bunch. And this top bit is now protected, so I can't move forward yet. Do still want it to float higher. No. Okay, so to armour up this bit, let's get some wood. Hang on, what's its relative buoyancy of plus 60.3? Sorry, 60.3. Ugh, applique panels are just ridiculous. If I made it out completely out of reinforced wood, one, it's a cheap block to use, so therefore very, very cheap. Wood is 60 point. Is there anything better? Wooden block armouring. Please don't do this in anything that is meant to seriously stop. This is just to try and prevent a weakness. So this is Guns. We need guns. So let's just move all of these currently. Obviously, I could just use the behemoth's turrets. But these are actually... These would need to go all the way down into the ship. What about these little turrets? So, but I should have made it wider. I could do that now, actually. I could carry on making this wider. And by doing that, adds the... So this is going to hopefully have a lot of secondaries. Don't know how wide this is. Actually, let's have... I'm going to try and give an estimate. I would like it about 45 wide. Obviously, I will finish this off. How wide is it now? Ah, okay. 15. Oh god, okay. So that's bumped up to 17. That adds more width. But the further out we go, the less we could do with this space. Because eventually, I'll just leave it at 17. Because what I was about to say was eventually we're going to get to a point where we can't do anything with it because this will have gone up so much. But the reason why I've made it go up a little bit is just to add a little bit of stability, because now I can add more air and also protection for this vessel. So, what's basically happening right now is we are building up this ship. It's going to have not a massive air gap, but one big enough for people to, well, so that it's stable and I can make the ship taller, really. Toilet wider, there we go. Yeah, it's been a long day. Oh, I can already hear my desktop screaming. So, all of this is this little one block wide. It was going to be so that I could add some secondaries, but I don't need any really. It's just going to have some single-barreled main guns, but they will be rapid firing. And we all know that I like rapid firing. And to complement it, it will come as no surprise that we are going to be using... Well, I'm not going to be using Swarm, I'm going to be utilising some large missiles. Which, honestly, I could put on turret. Oh, a missile battleship. Or do I? Because, but then what would I utilise the middle for? I haven't... See, I want to try and utilise all this space as best as possible. But unfortunately, that's a bit difficult when... if I just have guns that sit on top, it's going to be extremely difficult to utilise anything that generally doesn't need to take up that amount of space. I can have a couple of ammo processors, but actually I know what I can do. It's going to be a very, very interesting design, and it probably won't work, but that's, well, you see this entire top layer, that's going to be carved away, so I can have these torpedoes. Oh no, no, that won't work. Could have swarm no, 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 no. I'm trying to move away from swarm missiles and everything like that. But, laser turrets? I have no clue. But before I actually do anything regarding the movement to do with this. Okay, so this, well, will it float? Let's just add some air pumps. Nice. So it does float very barely, but okay, so going to need to build a conning tower after I've built turrets. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try cram cannons. Big, massive cram cannons. So you've got these little pathetic ones. I'm going to be building cram cannons that go underneath as well. Which should be something, well, it should be a sight to behold, really. So, this is going to be expensive. And then it's going to have tiny little advanced cannons as anti-aircraft guns. Okay, so I managed to cock these up. These meant to go back one more. There we go. So now we have all this space for a cram cannon. So now I'm going to get out the black paint and put metal blocks in every corner to try and find the centre. Ah, tits. Oh, torpedoes? Anyone? Oh no, oh no, I'm really tempted to have some forward-firing torpedoes. Okay, forward-firing torpedoes. And all of you are like, oh god, no. But don't worry. I mean, these have got a clear, straight path out. And I am not going to go too insane with them. So what I'm going to need is AI. Excuse me a moment, I can hear my computer screaming and it is burning up. Right now I am saving up for a water cooler. The simple reason for that is because if you can't hear my desktop screaming, then you guys are lucky, because I'm still running the stock AMD cooler on it. My graphics card is also spooling up, so essentially because my water cooler is well, my stock Intel cooler is kicking out so much heat. And that is not good, so we're going to need a wireless transmitter, which goes there. That is connected. These are only going to be little torpedoes, as I don't want to build absolutely massive ones. Nope, I'm going to need a controller. I'm going to need a medium launch pad, which is going to have an aerodynamic hatch. Actually, no. Like so. So this is going to be a torpedo. There has been something that has replaced the IR seeker head thing. There's now a sonar target thing. Where is it? Signal processor. Increases the probability of locking onto decoy missiles. Doesn't work with single pixel IR seeker. This is going for infrared, so it's going to aim at the engines. Fragmentation. No, 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 no. We go EMP. Explosive. With one fragmentation. One frag. No, actually, let's go triple explosive EMP. Okay, so that's got a big explosion. Lifetime is 40 seconds. Where's the thrust duration? 150. Let's change the fuel tanks out for some regulators. This will obviously need to go up, so it lasts for 80 seconds. Let's have it going for 1 minute 10. There we go. 70 seconds. Now we have to do this one. So we'll go infrared, double EMP, so EMP1, EMP2, triple explosive. Because fragmentation's just been nerfed into oblivion. I didn't want a radar boy. Wanted a regulator, variable thruster. Let's have torpedo propeller. One 787. Is that what this one's on? Yep, 1787. So now we have torpedoes. Do I want... No, I don't want more torpedoes. Okay, so now it's 3. I need to find the middle. So to do that... So that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So there's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then change it to red. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, no, I need 2. What I might do actually is make it one smaller. I really like how these look, so I'm going to make it one smaller just for the sake of symmetry. Well, not even symmetry, just for my sake. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is where we will add our 2-axis turret. It's going to be a 1-axis turret. Right about there. Cram cannons. It's going to need a firing poise. Yes, it's going to need a firing poise. And it's going to be EMP, AP EMP. So we have my firing piece. Then I'm going to need gauge increases, which honestly can go any configuration. So how big is it right now? Actually, I have no idea, but let's add some barrels. $571, so that's heavy barrel start. See, I was thinking about having a single one. The size difference is actually pretty crazy. Oh god. So let's just have one big barrel. We're going to need these. Is this going to be an issue? Yes. So let's have it 3x3, and then I'm going to need we are going to need EMP and hardener pellets. No, I want the manual orientation. Okay, so this is going to be a start. Oh, and then we could just add a high explosive. Just because why not? Our piercing value of 14. Let's put 2 elevation barrels on it. How high? 45 degrees. How high now? So, still 45 degrees. Then we need some more heavy barrels. Okay, let's just do that. So, the accuracy of this is 0.69 degrees. Yes, ha ha, laugh it up. And the recoil is absolutely bloody tremendous. So, let's go down. Let us get... Sorry about that. So, let's get ourselves a local weapon controller with a fail-safe I don't need one on both sides. Then I will also need a wireless receiver. That. I was about to say, how badly does it sink? I think an air pump will also help. Really need to be on here, so I'm going to need a chair. Okay, fire. No internal ammo supply. Oh. Well, I feel like an idiot. I haven't really built with cram cannons before, so... I just launched the torpedo, didn't I? Oh! Okay. I like the spin it does. How far can this go? Can we hit the island? Okay, so... need to change this barrel a bit more. So get rid of those. I want motor-driven barrels, actually. Let's have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 recoil suppression. Another elevation. 1 flash suppression and heavy barrel end. So this is a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. Okay, so that one bounces. Fuck. So in reality, it doesn't fly very far. What's his range? Let's put that down. What's its reload time actually? 3.5. Let's have a 5-second. This thing just doesn't really have any range. Just build it all out motor-driven ones. Heavy barrel end. Okay, let's see how this one does. Let's see how it does against a marauder. Wow, okay. What? What? Are you not going to... Huh, okay. Detection equipment. Let's just configure this. Did this just... Oh, come on. What the fucking hell is it doing? Right, okay. So this is just the firing piece, so... So this thing can't move. Unless it's on the turret. Which is able to... Why do you not want to fire at it? Okay, so my sea skimmers, whereabouts are you going? Okay, so none of these are working. That is perfect. Okay, so let's just give this the means to move. So we're going to need massive propellers. And once again, this genius forgot mirror mode, so let's have it like that. And then we're going to need a rudder. And most likely detection equipment. So let's just add this here. With detection equipment, let's just have radar. And Two camera tracking gimbals, and then wireless receiver. This thing cannot move. Fucking hell. The fucking hell. Ah. Okay. This is stressing me out. Okay, so it's got fins to move. Infrared seeker. Let's go active radar, actually. Because that doesn't seem to work. Actually, no wonder it's not working. I need a torpedo sonar. These things just don't have any range. Okay, so these have absolutely no range, so there's really only one thing for this. We need a bigger barrel. Not a bigger one, we need one that can fire further. So, further firing, go back to cram cannons. Okay, so we're just going to need to add an absolute shit ton of these. Let's go down like that. This really does look stupid, but two flash suppressions. God, this looks really stupid. Okay. Can we hit it? Let's just make a bigger one. See if making it any larger will actually assist in this. Okay, so after this finishes losing its mind, okay, so detection, it's not the greatest right now, but if we can actually hit this enemy marauder, which currently isn't firing back for the simple reason of this thing is very, very bad at shooting them. Will it hit? No, it will not. The marauder's there. Come on. Oh, come on. Finally. So, this is an armor-piercing EMP high explosive shell. Nice. Okay, so we're finally getting some damage in. Did that just ricochet? Okay, so that one ricocheted. Okay. Detection is obviously not the greatest, as is definitely going to be expected. Can I change that actually? Hang on. Set one to give each vehicle a flawless detection source. Okay, so now it's overridden to 1. So now these detection sources are actually great. So there has been an update. And a lot of things have changed. Do you want to fire at all? Right, how much damage can this thing do? So, it seems like the cram cannon is deciding to fail us. And it has to ram and do absolutely no damage. Okay. Which means I can just do this. Actually, how's this thing's cram cannon made? So a massive room full of ammo boxes. Hang on. The time is 11 seconds. Okay, there we go. Good job, destroying ourselves. It's because me editing all of the constraints decided to make it so that it couldn't fire. Loud noise. Okay, the minigun still makes a really annoying noise. But hey, okay, that's firing it again. I've had an idea. Get rid of the explosive and add more armor piercing. Question is, how do I make this look like a really cool turret? Because... okay, so the EMP's getting to work. The torpedoes... torpedoes out. I like explosive torpedoes up. Is that another one? I actually can't see whereabouts is it aiming. He's getting ricocheted or something. No, they're just failing to hit. Okay. I can tell it's quite accurate, actually. Because it's missing a order from like 2 feet away. Aim high. Oh god. Oh, come on. Okay, so only low. Oh. Come on. So it's 11 seconds. Fires and yet again another miss. Okay, so need to actually aim better, so I might have to add a predictor to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Our piercing doesn't seem to be cutting it, so I'm going to need some high explosive to actually make it do damage, because it is bouncing off of a marauder made out of wood. So now, like the torpedoes, these are high explosive EMP. So now it shouldn't actually miss. Honestly? Really? Oh, this bloody thing. Missed. Is this one gonna do it? Believe in this one. There we go. Another hit. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the 2 flash suppressions, add an elevation barrel, and then flash suppression. So this can now go to 80 degrees. Heavy barrel end. So what can it do now? Can still do damage. God, so in theory it should be able to hit more things. Yep, because it doesn't. It's not restricted by angles. Should be able to hit things more, but so this should hit. Is there something wrong with my design? I've got a feeling that there's something wrong with my design. Because generally other cram cannons aren't as inaccurate as this. Okay, so okay. 38. Finally. And okay. So finally this is actually working, which is absolutely brilliant. So now I'll be surrounded by metal blocks. Okay, so and then it's that one. Oh no, it's that bracket there. Okay. Okay, so just armouring this up. Okay, so we have a melt block here, going out to obviously round the back. Actually get rid of corner here. So now it looks more like a turret. This is exactly what I envisioned this to be like. So, our battleship's turret is going to be very well armoured. Here we are. Was I even hitting? Come on, is this even going to be able to hit? Come on! Oh! Okay, so obviously the accuracy of this cram cannon is not the best. It's got a 10-second reload, which isn't the worst. 22 degrees elevation, 0.43 in accuracy. I guess it'll just need to be even bigger. Then right to the end, flash suppression. It was because of the weight, wasn't it? Look at this. 0.53 in accuracy and 45 degrees elevation. Can we hit? No, we can't. Okay. Can we hit with the second shot? And that is a... Yes, go straight in through the top. And clear out the bottom as well. Nice. Okay. So... Missed with that one, but that one is fine. So, anyway guys, this was just... Oh. So, well, I'm going to take a short break. It'll only be like 5 minutes or so. But I will be back soon. So, we're just on a break at the moment. If you guys have any questions, then please leave them in the chat and I will answer them as quickly as I can. No, guys, well, I don't really know what the HMS Furious looks like, but hopefully it looks better than what I have just built. And Spud Cubs, yeah, I've realised that now, and yeah, ramming of course doesn't do damage at 1 meters a second. Luckily I managed to avoid doing any damage to myself. The cram cannon's accuracy is not great at all. I might need to make the barrel even longer to actually help it shoot. As for the current design of the turret, it sucks. It will get edited as soon as possible. So anyway, here we are, we're back. Still directly on a break, but don't really want you guys just to have to watch. The Be Right Back screen, because obviously you guys came to watch me actually play and shoot some things. Okay, that's just completely missed. Whoops. So obviously the accuracy isn't great. If I added more cannons, however, as the very famous saying goes, throw enough shit at the wall, some of it's bound to stick. So hopefully we can get some of this shit to stick on this wall. I have increased the elevation of the barrel. So now both of these are able to move. Which is great. I'm going to sit in my little captain's chair, having no control over this whatsoever. So it only moves at a slow speed. That is to be expected, actually. Let's get rid of all this and make the turret actually go down and... So, we don't actually need all this space at the back. Let's just add some extra armour in here, and have this turret down one more. rest of it, so if it does get hit, advanced cannons are really going to chew through this, I think. Let's get back to the hull. Let's just cover up these corner holes here. The turret needs to go back one more. So really we're just adding this massive turret around it. We could make this look even better by adding some sloping to it. Do I want to add some sloping? Yes, I do. Actually, let's go with how we usually do it. So 2 meter down slopes down there, and then we have the triangle corners like so. This does not seem to be working if we have inverted triangle corners. Okay, it seems like the... Oh god, please don't fire from this range. Is the cram cannon stuck? Okay, so the cram cannon is actually stuck inside the enemy ship. Okay, so what will this do? Dropping directly on it. Come on, we need to keep moving. See, how does this look? By getting rid of all of these. And then going triangle corner, you can be removed. Oh, of course. So, inverted triangle corners. You can be removed there. This goes up here. Then we need 1 meter down slopes. We could actually get away with a 4 meter beam there. And now we have a pretty functional turret. Ugh. I could really do with a better chair for this. A really comfy one, but it's too low. Okay, so firing over the back. That is just no, that is the worst idea ever imaginable. Okay, so this works pretty well, and by pretty well I mean it actually works amazingly. So let's save this as the cram turret Mark 1. So this is our Mark 1 cram turret. Which I do like, actually. How much room does it need? So it needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, obviously, I'm going to be adding another one. Well, that's 3, 6, it needs 7, so I can get away with adding this here by 5, so that's 2, 3, 5. I know it might be a bit annoying me counting this out in my, well, out loud, but then I can make sure that it will fit. So this one, 2, 3, needs to be raised up by 4. Whoops, and there. Is this going to end well? Probably not. So then, 2 blocks. So, whilst we were busy doing all that, the Marauder has been taken out. This is currently underwater. Yeah, I know, this is a pretty big leak. Put you there and you there. Okay, so I could effectively block this off. So just to get this rear turret firing over the back, I have... Actually, let's get rid of that. Put our little air pump down here. There. Then find the middle, which we will do with black coloured blocks. So the middle is effectively there. It is currently a submarine. Which means I am going to have to do something about that by having some huge propellers on the bottom to try and make it keep an altitude. Let's put one there, another one there. This is... So all this has changed and it is generally becoming rather confusing at the moment. This is going to be controlling so that's obviously down there. This has become essentially a submarine. We still have all this space around here for other things, so I'm going to need some control. I'm going to need some ACBs. Where are the ACBs gone? Controller, automated control block. Goes there, and altitude, target, false balloons. I'm going to need my propellers. Power, misc, oh god, okay, propulsion components. Yep. Altitude. So, I didn't know how this worked, but now Oh no, I don't need an ACB. I'm going to need a PID block. There we go. PID is going to control... PIDs have got even worse. PIDs are now even more controlling. Controlling, difficult. So let's get this one to work. My general purpose PID input, altitude, non. So obviously this has gone crazy. I don't want to be negative. I want to be 5. Going to need more gain on it. That's completely fine. Let's go back here. Try 20. So now these have got more power. Needs to be the altitude. Going to need more power for these. That is completely fine. Let's try 0.4. So essentially these things are going to require a lot of power. See, so the front, the nose up one only needs 1. The rear needs few. Okay. Two at the back, 1 at the front seems to work. Pitch up is 1, that's good. Need 2 at the front. Okay. Two at the front, 2 in the middle. That seems. 2 at the front, 2 in the middle, 1 at the back. Yep, that's all the way up front, and so is that one. And we need some for pitch, but we haven't left enough room for that. So it seems that we are going to need a larger base, which means we are going to have to change everything about this. But first let's add the other turret, and I can have it actually one lower. So taking this down by 1. As I said earlier, if you have any questions, please leave them in chat and I shall respond to them pretty much immediately, really, because I've got the chat set up so I can constantly see it. So yes, if you have a question, please feel free to ask it. No question is stupid, especially on my channel where half the things I do could be considered stupid, so... Anyway, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now it goes here. So, load the cram turret. There we are. So we're going to need reinforced wood there. Change that around, get rid of that. And now it's time for armouring up, so we are going to use metal formed beams to start off with. That just actually seems perfect, so... front has 2 meter beams, which means that can go like that. These go down here. And now we have a second. We also have a second target. So obviously it doesn't turn very favourably. It seems like... Where's the centre of mass? So centre of mass is here. I need to remove one of those. This needs to be lower down. Can we survive with just one of these? Oh, one turret's firing. I messed this one up a bit. Okay, so I done goofed. That's my fault. Well, it's not really going to be anyone else's fault, is it? So now we have 2 cram cannons. And the amount of damage that they can both do is dependent on if they can hit. That's 1 hit, that's 2 hits, okay. Do I just make it full high explosive, or should I try making it explosive? No, I'm just going to keep it like this. So these 2 do work. That is fantastic news. That chair is pissing me off. And also, if you have a name for these, please leave it. If you have a name for this, if you would like to leave it in chat, and well, I will use the first one that I see. So, it's a good name. Now I'll use it. If it's a rude one, then unfortunately no. That's a miss. Oh, that's a hit though. Okay. Man, the ship looks better than I thought it would. Let's just remove that. So it's going to need 3 meter beams. So, right now I'm going to start on the superstructure. Don't know how large this is going to be. I mean, it would probably help if... Oh, come on. I need to go into the AI and edit it. So the AI is through all of this armor. I've gone too far. So, enter broadside below 500. Broadside minimum range 400. Nominal broadside angle would be 90 degrees. Yep. Okay, so there are a lot of new things. But I'm sure that this will help. So obviously starting on this, I want it to still So the one time that I use mirror mode again, and I managed to screw that up. So this obviously needs to be a 3. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to make this just flow. So obviously the front gun turret. Oh, I could have moved it forward a lot more, so we had more space. But unfortunately, hindsight's a bitch. So could have had these a lot closer, but that would mean going back in. Okay. So, trying to give this enough space to rotate, but have it connected up. So that it doesn't look as bad. This is going to be a very interesting looking ship, but if it wasn't interesting, then I would never forgive myself. Okay, so it needs to rotate to basically where I am. Okay. That really does help. So this is where it ends. Which is perfectly fine by me. Try and make this look a lot better. Triangle corner, 2 meters, please. So it has to stop basically where I am, so I can have another 3 meter beam there, and then. So this is going to look like a really strange vessel, but I don't actually mind because right, I'm obviously going to need some smoke. And smoke generators will be fun to add. So these only need 2 spaces. 1, 2. So. Oh, I could have had 4 meter ones. No, I couldn't. So this is all going to be just platform behind, and then we can build up from here. Then we get 4 meter diagonal cut. There. So there's a lot of space on this to contend with. And also to try and make this thing a lot better. Let's see how resilient this thing is. So I'm obviously going to hide behind a lot of where the armour is. Let's face a marauder. Oh, they're firing their cram cannons. That one missed, thankfully. Can we get these firing? Right, so that's one of them fired. They're retaliating, that's our second one. That one's going to hit. Okay. That's knocked out nothing. Because all of our... Okay, it knocked out our steering. So we're still trying to retaliate. So now it's got a pretty interesting camo pattern. Obviously both our shells are highly inaccurate. But I plan on having 2 more, so it will be firing 4 cram shells every 10 seconds, I think. Which will actually be amazing. And I just need to tone in the accuracy a lot. The accuracy is 0.53. You know what that means? Four, 5, 6 more. 3, 6. 3, 3. Flash suppression. So it's down to 0.33. It's 5, 1, 4, 8, 4, 3. I need to go down to 3, 3. Flash suppression again. So now these are just gigantic. Seems like the Marauder's getting closer. Oh, we managed to get a hit on the enemy. Please don't sound so surprised. So. These guys are still not doing much damage because they're not really hitting, even though the accuracy's better. What I expected. Ghost 2. 2, 3. Get rid of you. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's get that there. That goes there. So now we have something that actually looks pretty cool. And then this back one just looks terrible, but enemy's AI dead. That was firing back at us, so we can take out a marauder. Do I have 3? So this one just goes 3, 6, and then we do that there. Cover you off. Cover you off. Then we load it up here. So, cram. This is the Mark II because I've actually edited it by adding a longer barrel. So this is the Mark II with an absolutely ginormous length barrel. Yep, so that's bang in the middle. That one works as it should, and then go 2 backwards and then start construction on this really weird thing. So it's going to be mirrored at the back. See, in this game, I know it looks really stupid, my current design, especially down at the front over here, but the reason that I do this, okay, needs a third one, is just to kind of make things more interesting, because everyone usually builds stuff that's just kind of meta, just like everyone just doesn't seem to have this design, no ambition to do it. I mean, some people can build these really great ships, but I just don't see anything that's a bit stupid. And that's what I do. I mean, if you go watch my channel on YouTube, well, except for the Millennium looks stupid. It's got like a fin on it. How far back does this go to the second turret? So it goes those 3. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So the actual the turret has already started by now. I mean, all this is just like another thing to hit, really. Okay. Yeah, throat's not doing too well at the moment, so it goes down 2. That's 1 below deck. Then metal blocks go there, and then it sits. 1, 2, 3. So it'll sit about here. Load the cram turret block 2. It sits there, so is that a bit high? Oh. Yeah, it needs to be 1 lower. So then I take it. Put this here. This can go over here on this side. There we go. So that's now a solid block ready for this turret. And then load it up again. That's more like it. So it has a 2 gap just in front of it. So I can fit another round of these on, like so. Oh god, nope. Is there any gap on the back of it? No, because we instantly built that into the superstructure. So I presume it comes out. Like I'm saying, oh yes, I presume. I'm the one that built this. So it comes out like that. Okay. Obviously it's going to have a like that. So essentially this looks absolutely ridiculous, but thankfully all the ridiculousness is, oh god, isn't actually that bad. Gotta have a little bit of ridiculousness. Oh god, it comes out another one, okay. So then we go 1, 2, then these ones, and then F3. Like so. Then this sprouts out. Need 4-meter beam. Whereabouts does that stop? Okay, so it actually stops one more along. Yep, goes like that. I'll do. Is it 1 or 2? Never mind, it's not like that. Forgetting the own specification of the ship already. Only me. Really could do that? Okay. So yet again, go key based. So, massive superstructure, which is going to have little platforms dotting off, which are going to be, I'm thinking, input feeders. So, little anti-aircraft guns, well, rapid firing guns. Ugh, why am I tired? So, take out these 3. Actually take out these 5. And I'm going to need a metal block, so that goes there, that goes there. Yep, so it's building it on the other side. A little bit like this. So it will keep coming out. Like this. And good part about me doing it like this is if I want it to look like it is connected down, I could just have it like so. So it looks like it's actually secured in. I'm also going to do that over like that. So it's generally... There we go. So now it looks like it's actually meant to be there, like it's secure there rather than just a random thing dotting about. And you... Okay. Is this actually going to look good? Because if it doesn't... Okay, so horrible noise. Okay, no, getting rid of it. Needs to come out more. So obviously it coming out like this. Obviously I don't want it to be wider than the ship, but this is meant to be an anti-aircraft platform. Let's just do it like this. Make it a little bit bigger. It's trying to turn too wide, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So, construction is going to stop for a quick second whilst I go down to... I could just do this. B. So, this is the layer that has all the guns. This is the AI in between the engine. Yes, it is. Right, click to edit. So the turn circle I'm going to put up to 200 meters. So now it won't try to turn too hard. Or at least it shouldn't. Probably need to put it up again to like 300. Actually, where is is the centre of mass moved up? Okay, so obviously this is going to have like a little pop gun on it. Yet again, forgetting to add mirror mode. Then I'm going to need a 2-meter beam up here. Let's have a nice little door. Need a tiny little anti-aircraft gun turret. Or just an absolutely huge turret, apparently. Let's check my anti-aircraft turret for my Onyx. Oh god, first ever turret I built looks like this. It was basically a block. This was stolen off of something else. Okay, so I need this to go out more. Don't need it to miss. And like that. And then here we go. I could actually have this bolted to the side of the ship. If I desperately needed it too. Okay, so I can have it coming out another one. 3. So now I have opened up more space. Never mind, I don't want it to be all the way out there, but... So, adding 2 onto the side of this. Please say yes, I've got mirror mode, okay. Two-meter beam. Turn as much of this into beams as possible. Make it stronger, so it's got a connection down here. Let's add some more. So now that this has got like a little walkway, how wide is it? 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now it's 7 wide, yeah? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what happens is, all these are 2. God. One more, that works. Yep, and then another 2. Then we have another block. Okay, let's just continue building, like, whilst it's floating. So, now this looks like it's got some character. Okay, so these are all going to house little pop guns, my little AA guns, which I've ripped off something else, like that. It's got shields on it, that's not fun. And 2, let's keep on building these. Okay, so then we need 1, missed it, don't know how, 1 there, 1 there, down slopes, come on. That, and then that goes there, that goes there. And now we also have to do the next one. Three, 4. Metal blocks, then I'm going to need the down slopes. So then we've got another one there, and now we can actually finish off these. Turrets, there we go. Let's put you there. I've heard that you can actually change the spacing of these now. Well, something or other. Oh. Oh, so I can actually have them. Oh, that is brilliant. So now you can change the barrel spacing. So they look like mini guns. Okay, that makes me really happy. So instead of just having this giant you could have a little hole in it, but I like this one. I like it when it just looks. It has 1 meter looks pretty cool. But this looks like a proper Gatling gun, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. See how well. So this does make me really happy, this update now. So obviously, got a bunch of these shields. Okay, I don't actually need this doorway. Okay, so this first one was put to just put too close. So now I need to redo all of those. So tiny gun barrels with no space. And yet again. Tiny and spinning. Okay, so I think what our next plan of action is to actually get these guys something to connect to. So I'm going to need APS ammo controller. These only need to be tiny, but let's do it like this. So for the head, I'm going to be doing full AP. Nope, actually full high explosive. Yeah, full HE. There we go. Oh, do I go squash head? Squash head. Yeah, let's go squash head. So now all of these are firing squash head. That's why it wasn't working. Don't actually need a belt fed. That top one's a belt fed. Okay. Yep. Stuff there. Okay, so all of these don't actually... Well, all these are going to need to be adjusted. And all of these ones. Oh no, there's 2 in 1 here. Damn it. just leaves the one. There we go. Okay, so that's should be working. Okay. I'm gonna have like down here. I'm going to be going a bit ham on the connectors and other stuff. For the simple reason of, let's get ourselves a wireless receiver and then general processing cards. Is everything doing great? Good. So this thing is now even heavier, but it can still float. Right, let's get the Marauder out again. This is amazing. So, checking on the map. These don't have the range to hit the Marauder at the moment, but what about 4 cram cannons? So that's 2. The other one's fired. Nice. What about this one? Come on, you. Oh. So essentially around here. Do we take some damage? We only took a scratch. 'Tis but a scratch. Okay, so is it time to leave this? No, I'm not going to come out yet. Definitely need some roll control. Yeah, definitely need some roll control. So about here, I'm going to be having about this one. Oh, good. And then we're going to need to go for the. I'm going to get some little ones and have a lot of them, just to try and sort the roll out. So this is, oh god, no. So this is roll left. Roll, not pitch. Left, and then this can be roll right. And this goes back down to 0. Miss it from when you could just click no. So, roll right. Good, so hopefully these little ones, can the rear ones even fire? This one won't even turn any further, thank God. Okay. Essentially, cram cannons are like artillery pieces. Okay, this is going to get rather annoying if I don't do this. How far are they flipping? How far are they aiming? Let's check the binoculars. So obviously these aren't hitting very much or at all in some cases. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the anti-roll is not working currently. That's because there's only 4 tiny ones. So this is roll left. This one is roll right. Left. Don't need any more pitch. I'm going to do this until everything equals out. Please say I don't need to reverse them. Should be hopefully I haven't just cocked this up. This just needs some more help. So now, kinda moves? So high explosive is definitely working. 4 cram shots. How am I going to hit? I think a few. Well, I know one of them's definitely hit because of the EMP, which is quite nice actually. So generally it's going pretty well. And that's already gone down. Well, anyway guys, so we've built a pretty good ship today. Unfortunately, I have just run out of time. but I will be streaming again tomorrow. So if you want to come check that out, then please do. But thank you for watching. Also, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, it's under the same name. If you haven't subscribed and you like what you see, then subscribe. But thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I'll see you either in the next video or the next